I am just getting done buying a metric fuck ton of iced coffee. Vanilla or caramel first? Vanilla or caramel? Let's do caramel. It's good shit. Okay, so I do want to talk some more about the live that I posted, the video that I posted last night. I've also got my car set up ready, and I broke my tooth back again. This is a injury from my ex-husband, who punched me in the mouth with his fist and busted my tooth and knocked me unconscious in our driveway in our farmhouse in Bledsoe County. I'm just gonna straight up start saying shit now. It's 3:36 on the radio. That's not even what time it is. 1:01. It is 7:58. It's almost 8 o'clock in the morning right now. I took my little one to school and did all the things. Stopped to get me some coffee. I have been doing more tarot readings. And just, you know, I have to get to a point where I don't give a shit. Oh, and it's track 3. 3363. That's a lot of threes. So, that's the connection. Mind, body, and soul. Mind, body, and spirit. It means that I am in alignment. So, I'm not doing anything wrong. There are guilt wounds. Guilt wounds that need to be dealt with. That's part of the frequency that I am on. I do not talk about my abuse and my trauma and my pain, etc., the stuff that I'm healing and working on. I don't talk about it because human beings have a tendency to make you feel like shit for being traumatized or being hurt, because they don't want to look at their own trauma or their own abusive behaviors, right? I have noticed 90% of the people who have made me feel bad, 90% of the people who have made me feel bad for getting hit and sexually abused and anything else by anybody who has ever made me feel shitty for talking about it, usually they have a lot of abusive behaviors of their own that they don't want to see. Abusive thought patterns, abusive behaviors that are similar to what you are talking about. And that is why they don't want you talking about it. And that is why they guilt you and try to silence you. Either that, or they have their own trauma and abuse that was similar, that they themselves went through, that they don't want to look at and they don't want to see for themselves. So they don't want you to talk about it because it triggers them into their own repressed memories, right? Or sometimes it's both. Sometimes it's both. Sometimes they developed their own abusive tactics from the abuse that they went through. It's survival mode, right? It's reptilian brain. It's survival mode. It's a feral reaction to protect yourself. It's also ego. Ego is armor that we use to protect ourselves. I also want to talk about serotonin. I want to talk about addictions and serotonin. We'll get to that though. Hold on. I'm going to get settled. Okay. So serotonin, endorphins, there's a loud lawnmower going off outside, so I wanted to get inside and get settled. Serotonin, endorphins, and damn it, I'm so sorry. Serotonin, dopamine, and endorphins are another thing I want to talk about in the brain. They want me to specifically discuss really big and heavy on addictions of all kinds. It's not just about drugs and alcohol. We can get addicted to people. We can get addicted to places. We can get addicted to other things. Addiction to scrolling has been a big one this morning, like just scrolling endlessly and mindlessly through social media. Hold on, my Wi-Fi is reconnecting itself. I also want to talk about, well, I don't know what else I want to talk about yet. Let me get settled and start channeling, and we will see what we come up with. But yeah, the addiction of, I hope I'm not yelling in anybody's ear being loud. I'm too close to the phone. The addiction of scrolling, the addiction of how that little bit of activity can release so much serotonin in like quick, very quick. God damn it. There. Very quick release of serotonin, endorphins in the brain, dopamine in the brain. They have me really heavy on endorphins. For some reason, like that's the only word that keeps wanting to come out. And I want to talk about that, and I want to talk about just the fact that I'm just my content and my readings and my abilities and my stuff. God, those loud mowers. I'm not going to be able to do this like that. I'm going to have to come over here. I like to put you guys in the windows while I read. All right. But yeah, the way that these quick little scrolling and getting these quick stupid little videos. And yeah, some of them are funny. Some of them are, it's like we need this stuff to help us escape challenges and difficult parts of our reality, etc. And it gives us serotonin. It gives us dopamine. It gives us endorphins. And it makes us feel like we're we're getting good stuff and doing good stuff, and we're getting rewards, but really it's just quick satisfaction to keep us right on the wheel. Like I see a hamster running on a wheel. You get me? But those quick little messages, those quick little 5 seconds of nothing, it fucks with your consciousness, fucks with your ability to cognitively reproduce thoughts. Is that the wording I'm supposed to be using? I just pulled these cards. And I got the Devil and the Seven of Wands. While I'm sitting here talking about addictions, there's Seven of Wands is like borders, walls being put up, a form of protection. Like I was talking about, ego can be armor. It's armor, it's protection, but it's mixed with the Devil card, so it's like false armor and protection. I also want to talk about my tooth and the new moon. For some reason, every new moon cycle, I fix this tooth myself. Who can afford to go to the dentist, right? Who's got time for that shit? Not me. I usually fix it myself with dental composite. It's like actual dental composite that dentists use. And I fix it myself. Dude. Sorry, my cat is crazy. And every new moon cycle, this becomes part of my shadow work, okay? And I know that you guys will see me. You guys will see me get up on my platform every now and again, and I act a little crazy. I have craziness going on. I've got some madness. I have emotions. I have what you are watching me do. Judge me all you must. It's like I do pick up on the energy of some people who look at me like, you know, but I don't really give a fuck. What you are watching me do is transmute energy. I could be picking that energy up off how I'm feeling that way and acting that way. It could be coming from you. Does that make sense? Like it's supposed to be showing you something. There's an energy shift and I'm transmuting energy. And what I'm healing within my own self, you're watching me transmute and heal energy within my own self, the sun and the Six of Cups. Childhood, my inner child. We've been talking about that, my inner child. See, and then I get to a point where it's like, I just want to shut it off. I just want to shut off the video and stop. I want to go start all over. I want to forget about it and leave it alone. I get insecure and I get nervous. I don't want to look at myself. I don't want to hear myself speak. I get my insecurities and my low vibration comes out sometimes. And especially right now, while we're in the middle of this new moon cycle, this solar eclipse energy that we've been in. And I always end up having to look at my body image issues. I have to look at my insecurities within my not believing in myself, not thinking that I'm good enough, not thinking that I'm intelligent enough, not thinking anybody wants to hear what I have to say, thinking that what I have to say doesn't matter or it's not important. 1, 2, 3, 4. I was actually just thinking my angels will confirm for me that what I have to say, they do want. This is what they want from me. They don't want me in silenced and in a hermit mode. They want me to show my authenticity, talk about my journey, talk about my experiences, and use that to try and help others along the way. So I have to do what I gotta do. I have to put the insecurities aside. I have to put the fear aside. I have to put the shits to give about low vibrational judgments towards me. There's a chipmunk. Oh, he's gone. Damn. I just saw a little chipmunk come running through my back porch over here. The Emperor card, 1333. So masculine energy, taking charge, being the Emperor. That's here. And I'm going through a lot of Five of Swords and the Devil. Personal shit that I don't want to have to talk about to the public. So, if it's possible to share the message without comparing it to my own situation, I do, and I try. But a lot of the times, if you're here, if you're drawn here, if you're listening to me, if you're a part of this collective, you're on the same frequency as me. So what comes out resonates. And if it doesn't resonate yet, it will. See, like I keep getting the urge to stop and just say forget it and not even do this. but I feel like that's devil energy. The community card is right here. The Ace of Pentacles is right here. So what do you guys want me to say? Because I plan ahead. Oh my God. Really? Really? Get down. What have you done? My God. But I plan ahead and get really into these. Like, I write so much and plan ahead for so much when it comes to my content and what I'm going to post. And I take note of all the things that I'm learning in school and use that for my content and how I help. Like, I mean, it's all kinds of stuff. But then at the end of the day, when I sit down in front of the camera and I go to start doing it, it's like it goes a completely different direction. And I want to stop. I want to give up. I want to be like, okay, this isn't right. This isn't what I'm supposed to be doing. This isn't working. It's not going how I planned it. But if you don't stop getting up in this windowsill, I'm sorry, guys. Stop it, Chariot. Just stop. But at the end of the day, I just split the deck. All I did was split the deck. And it's the Chariot. What is this? What is this confirmation? I guarantee you if I use my gaming cards, the Cat's Guidance card will come out. I guarantee you. 1733 1733. That's my angel numbers. That's my spirit numbers. That's my star seed numbers. And then 3 with commitment. Friends, don't let friends become zombies. 6 of Pentacles, equal give and take. Sorry, folks, there are no vegetarian zombies. Okay, I'm going to get into this. Listen. For those of you who stick with me through all the madness and the process of me getting into my channeling mode, I appreciate you, because I have a constant agitation with myself. Like, nobody wants to listen to what the fuck I have to say, and nobody wants to sit here and listen to me ramble and go on and watch me do my ish. But if you don't want to, don't be here. I'm supposed to post this content to somebody. As long as one person listens and learns from it, it helps one person. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Commitment. Friends, don't let friends become zombies. 3 of Pentacles, community, friendship, the frequency that we share, the vibration that we share, celebration and being close, right? Dude. You're shitty. Stay out of the windowsill. You're not going anywhere. He's trying to open the window and escape or something. Your brother's napping in the window. Go away. If those mowers move on somewhere, I'll move to the other window, because the other window is where I like to be. I can see all of nature out that way. And then 6, that's a lot of 3s. That's a lot of 3s. Isn't that what I said at the beginning? You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. I was in my car. The car radio is set to the wrong time, because it resets and goes to a different time every time I turn the MFR on, I swear. I'm looking at this dice right here that's in this cup, and it is on 311. Can you see it? 311. It was sitting where I could see 311. That's community, friendship, connection, teamwork, equal give and take. Remember, we talked about this. Equal give and take.
3 and 3. Give 3, take 3. 6. 6 of Pentacles. That's what that is. Sorry, folks. There are no vegetarian zombies. Commitment. Friends don't let friends become zombies. So I was going to talk about like how at the end of the day, I sit down in front of the camera and none of it goes how I originally planned. Can you guys see that? You guys are funny. You guys are so cute. And I want to give up and I want to stop, but it all starts to come together at the end. It all starts to come together and make sense, doesn't it? Friends don't let friends become zombies. There are no vegetarian zombies. Sometimes my content seems a little unhinged. Maybe. To some people, I seem a little wacko. That's fine. Like I said, I do it to try as long as I can help at least one person. Friends don't let friends become zombies. I'm trying to help my community. I'm trying to share my story with my community in hopes that maybe it'll help somebody. I didn't go through the shit that I went through for nothing. Don't put me there right now. You didn't go through the shit you went through for nothing. So, and there are no vegetarian zombies. So that means, because where's my mystic, my space cards? That's hermit mode, solidarity, healing, going within. Let me see if that card comes out. I don't understand why the chariot is here either yet. There's no way around the shadow. There's no way to avoid. It's not all love and light and happy and rainbows and unicorns and all that wonderful stuff. It's not always like that. That is called toxic positivity. You can't do the happy-go-lucky, feel-good shit positivity all the fucking time. You have to deal with the shadow. You have to deal with the negative. You have to have a negative charge in order for a battery to work properly. It can't be avoided. There are no vegetarian zombies. No one is safe from low vibration. It's part of the natural cycle of life. 2244. And this is to help transmute that energy. Even if I have to get up on YouTube looking like a crazy person or looking like a fool or looking like an over-emotional mess or looking like an angry person, because I'm really not. I'm just blunt. And I used to be angry. I used to be hateful. I'm not anymore. The way that I handle things and go about my communication with my emotions has changed drastically. 2332, that's mirroring. Changed drastically since I started doing this. And sometimes people, I can't always just be, oh, everything's wonderful and everything's fine and everything is just acceptable and everything is beautiful all the time and love and light and love and light and love and light. I can't be like that all the time. Sometimes I have to transmute shadow energy and new moon energy, shadow work, and it comes out like, you're a fucking asshole and I don't have time for your shit and you need to do this and this and this to fix it. Go within. Heal yourself. I'm tired of your shit. Sometimes it comes out that way, right? Because I do it to myself just as much as I would. It's tough love. Okay? If it upsets you, causes conflict, I apologize. That's not the protection, harmony, and idealism. I am doing the best I can to just try and help. And I have completely surrendered my entire being to my higher self and my spirit guides. And sometimes I still get wrapped up in earthly shadow energy. I still get paranoid about things, nervous about things. I still can't, so there's times I cannot see the light at the end of the tunnel, or I cannot see the blessing coming my way, or the good things that the journey is about to bring me, and I go back into that negative state. And when that happens, because it happens to all of us, when that happens, it is the universe teaching us, how are you going to control this? How are you going to manage this? How are you going to face this? Are you going to keep doing what you've always been doing? The definition of insanity is to keep repeating the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Is that what you want to do? Or do you want to try something different? Do you want to get rid of this shitty feeling? Do you want to heal this shitty feeling? So sometimes it comes back, like I said, as like being pulled backwards, and you're like, oh my God, I'm going backwards. But then it slingshots you forward once you do the work and figure out pinpointing what's going on and what's causing it, and how to fix it. Changing your environment, changing the people in your life. Only accepting, setting boundaries, and only accepting what you feel you deserve. Okay? Just saw a bunch of stuff and kind of blacked out for a blanked out, not blacked out, but blanked out for a second. I've been seeing something, I mentioned it in my previous video, and it's 33. You've got to be shitting me. 33. Movement, long distance, travel, and excitement. I mentioned in my video last night that I see travel for somebody, going somewhere for somebody. Movement. Maybe you're moving. Maybe you're going on a vacation or going on a trip. Maybe autonomy, free will, and manifestation. And it did come out. Vegans. 23, vegans. Solitude, independence, and peace. There are no vegetarian zombies. Solitude, independence, and peace. Going within, healing, hermit mode, the vegan starseed way. All right. Solitude, independence, and peace. So look at your environment and who you have around you and the energies that you are allowing to have in your space. Are the people that you're surrounding yourself with, do they make you feel good? Do they make you feel happy? Do they make you feel good about yourself? Do they make you feel insecure? Do they make you feel like you're not doing good enough? Or do they inspire you to try harder? There's a difference. There's a difference between making somebody feel like shit, like they're not good enough. Oh my God. Didn't expect lawnmower guy to be coming up around this way, this close. Sorry. There's a difference between making someone feel like absolute shit and belittling them and being hateful, and it's not helping. It's not helping if you're being judgmental and cruel and snarky and shitty, or you have an attitude, or you're putting someone down. That's not going to inspire them to do better. That's going to make them feel like garbage and make them close off and talk to themselves that way. That's going to put that into their internal monologue. If they care about your opinion and care about how you feel, and you're talking to them like they're garbage, it's going to stick in their internal monologue. Parents do it to their children every fucking day. Partners and spouses um, siblings, it doesn't matter. Whatever resonates with you. If someone is, there's a difference between helpful advice and being, what is the word that I'm looking for? Why can't I think of my words? Mercury retrograde is coming. My words are fuckered. My mouth words cannot. They cannot. Because Mercury is going retrograde. Has it retrograde yet? When does it go retrograde? I haven't been keeping up so much. I've lost a lot of concept of time. I've kind of lost the concept of, because time is fluid, and when you go on this spiritual journey so heavily, you forget time. It's not a thing anymore. You just feel it. You just feel the energy of the planets and the earth and the, so my words lacking so much. I'm feeling Mercury retrograde, and I'm aware that Mercury retrograde, see me stuttering, is supposed to be coming. I just don't know when. All I know is that I can feel it. The Pluto retrograde is what is making me so aggressive, I guess, because I'm usually not this aggressive. And Pluto retrograde, lawnmower man. Pluto retrograde will also trigger your flight, fight, or fawn responses, which I talked about that last night too in my other video. Your fight, flight, or fawn responses to triggers and trauma and just, you know, shit that needs to die and be reborn, death and rebirth, shit that needs cycles that need to change. So it can trigger your reptilian brain. I was just about to say reptilian brain, and then it stuck out of the side of the deck. Predator, survival, and tyrannical. You get me? This is the energy of this. Look, the Galactic Federation, the Council of Ricks, the Council of Dicks, collaboration, meetings, and community. That's what I've been talking about. This is a community project, my friends. This is a shared frequency, my loves. And then the travel card's coming out again. It's sticking out the side. Movement, long distance, travel, and excitement. And the Chariot. The Chariot is movement, travel, movement forward. Getting on the Chariot, going. It's a vehicle. It's an actual vehicle. I swear to God, if the motorcycle card comes out, I'm going to scream at the top of my lungs. Not really. I'll do it when I'm not on live. But I'm still going to do it. I can't even with that shit right now. So, there it is. Coffee. Help me, Spirit. Where are we going with this? I couldn't think of the word that I'm trying to use for, there's a difference between belittling someone and talking down to them and making them feel like shit, like they're not good enough, and triggering their fight, flight, or fawn, or making them feel unsafe, or making them feel like all of their trying, their attempts to do better isn't good enough. You make them feel like it's not good enough, like they're not doing anything, or like all of their time is being wasted, and like they're just useless no matter what. They're going to give up, and they're going to quit, and they're not going to be able to, that's going to become their internal monologue. And one of two things can happen. They will either say, I'm sorry about the lawnmower. It's kind of technically a form of a chariot, if you ask me. Did not expect there to be a lawnmower man here mowing my lawn today. Wasn't prepared for my grass to get cut today. I didn't know he was coming today, so that's part of it. And today is day 5. Day 5 after the new moon, yeah. So tomorrow's day 6. So I've been transmuting this energy. I have a video of me having a fucking meltdown transmuting the energy, and I put it on private, but I think I might put it back on public again. Just, there's a bee, a bumblebee. Bumblebee. Spirit message. Look it up. What's the spiritual meaning of a bumblebee? What do bumblebees do? How do they work, and what do they bring to the universe? That's the message for you. That's what you're supposed to be doing, harnessing the energy of the bumblebee, harnessing the energy of the chipmunk. I've been seeing a lot of millipedes lately. I have a lot of Persian, Egyptian in my blood. I don't talk about this kind of stuff a lot. I haven't told very many people this kind of stuff about me. I am Irish, obviously. I have the southern twang from growing up in the South, but you can still hear the other accents of my generations before me and my ancestors. It comes through. I am mostly made up of Celtic heritage and Persian, Egyptian. My grandmother was Persian. My grandfather was from Ireland. So, on opposite sides of my families. But I have Celtic on both. My father don't look at me long enough, man. My father was Irish and Egyptian. My mother is Irish and Indian. So, but mostly Irish. The most of my Irish comes from Carmack, my mother's side. And then most of my Persian, Egyptian comes from my father's. And so I see a lot of centipedes, a lot of millipedes. I see a lot of messages from Anubis around me. I connect very heavily with Anubis. He's one of my deities that I work with. And he's wonderful. He's so awesome. What was I getting at with this? What did you want me to say? Get me back on track, Spirit. Aha, spirit animals, spirit messages. Thank you. 10 of Swords and the Ace of Cups. 10 of Swords is an ending to something. Okay, watching something crumble, burn, end right before your eyes. Being put out of your misery. Okay, money troubles, troubles in the home, family environment, whatever it may be. Something that is a struggle coming to an end. Something that is painful coming to an end. The Page of Cups is loving yourself. Look at this card, what it means. The Page of Cups is an offering of love, a message of love, having your cup filled. But look at how she is divine and loving the fuck out of herself. I love this card. I'm always like, look, it's me. This is where I've pushed myself to be. I try really hard not, I do this to myself. I try really hard not to talk about the shit I've been through and the shit that I've survived, because I've had people in my environment that try to act like they gaslight me, they victim shame me. I had a video go viral AF on TikTok, and it's been 3 years, and that video still blows up every day. It's still going. It's still going. It's because it's ridiculous. Um, and in that video, I'm talking about how to save and hide money from your abusive spouse. If you're in danger, if your spouse is violent or abusive and controlling and doing what they're doing to you, and you need to get out, or you need to save money, or you need to, I was giving advice on, this is how I saved and hid my money. This is one of the steps I took to survival. And I got so much victim shaming, hateful, ignorant bullshit in those comments that I could puke. Like I did it to myself, and well, who was working, him or you? And why are you taking his money? And da 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 da. Like, I mean, you can go look at those comments in that video, and it is fucking disgusting. It is fucking disgusting. This man psychologically abused me all to shit for many years. Many years. He'd been in my life and doing this to me, grooming me. I call it grooming, but we were pretty much the same age. He was only a couple of years older than me, but it's like, and I met him when I was young. I was 9, 10, and we had been doing this. I had watched him like grow into an abuser since childhood. I had watched him develop into this. And it was a struggle, because it's like, when you're in it for that long, how are you supposed to know that it's wrong? Especially when everybody else around you is acting like it's fine, or it doesn't matter, or like it's your own fault, or like I was even like, well, you married him, didn't you? What the fuck? Yes, because I thought that it was normal, and I thought that he loved me, and I wanted to marry the man that I love. I loved my husband very much. That doesn't mean that I deserved to be beaten. That doesn't mean that I deserved to be raped. That doesn't mean that I deserve to be cheated on and locked away and abused and starved and everything else he did to me. He did horrible things to me that I excused and let continue and go on, because any time growing up throughout my life when I would say, hey, this person sexually harassed me, this person sexually assaulted me, this person tried to do something abusive towards me, this person put their hands on me, this person verbally abused me in this way, I would have it spun around, because I was in an environment. This is what this is supposed to be about. Change your motherfucking environment and the people that are around you. Go after friendships and connections with people that love you truly, and that have healed and fixed their own shit, and that are there for you and support you and understand you and listen to you and make you feel safe. Stop sitting in an environment, a community of people who make you feel like shit. Stop it. I can feel it. You're okay. Okay? You're okay. Stop putting up with this shit. Stop it. It is possible to love people from a distance. It is possible to love someone from a distance. Don't put up with somebody's bullshit making you feel bad. I am going through my own personal trials and tribulations right now. They are things that are out of my control. Out of my control. Can a person help sickness? If a person gets sick and it causes them other struggles in their life, is that their fault? No. But I recently had someone tell me that I did it to myself. And it was a big flashback memory to when I used to have seizures and how I would get blamed or treated like there was something wrong with me. Or like, I remember my math teacher in high school told me, if you can't get your seizures under control long enough to learn algebra, you're going to grow up to wind up in a homeless shelter somewhere not worth anything at all. He literally said that to me. Literally, like those were his words out of his mouth. My algebra teacher. I don't think that fucker's alive anymore, if I'm perfectly honest. Lots of people growing up doing horrible stuff like that to me, and it's not fair. You don't let someone treat you that way. And then, especially when you have to take a look at when they're treating you that way, take a look at them. Take a look at their surroundings and their lives. How do the people around them speak of them? How do the people around them feel about them? This person who said this to me gets called a narcissist, gets called a sociopath by his own family, by his own people. He can't get along with anybody. He can't get along with anybody. And then he's going to turn around and take all of that out on me. That's his own unhealed wounds. Right? The person who did this. That's how you have to do it with these other people. Somebody's mother. I'm picking up energy of somebody's mother that treats them this way. Just get over it. It's your own fault. You do it to yourself, and it is something that is completely outside of your own control. And then take a look at how they have their own turmoil, their own trauma, their own drama, their own BS and pain and horrible shit happening that they really did do to themselves. They really are in these positions because of their own shitty behaviors. Somebody who is in the middle of a legal dispute, being sued or having all of this because they ran out acting like a tyrant, didn't think before they acted like an asshole and doing a bunch of stupid shit, and then they got themselves in this position. You get yourself in this position where you have no money, you have no home, you have no something. You get yourself in these, but then want to turn around and say that it's somebody else that's doing it. That's because they don't want to look within. Okay? Don't let that stop you from looking within. 7 of Wands again with the 2 of Wands. Look at how this beaver is on fucking fire. He needs this water. He needs this emotion. He needs this healing. He needs this help. He's on goddamn fire. He's burning. But what is he doing? What is he doing? Water is the element of Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. It is the element of love, emotions, feeling, flowing, right? Sensitivity, sympathy, empathy, feelings, love, emotion, healing. That is water. Flowing. It's powerful. It's powerful. It's going to put that fucking fire out. Was I not pulling fire, Leo, hatefulness, ego, the planet Mars, all of that shit in my reading last night? Did I not? So he's on fucking fire. He needs this water. Look at these angelfish, angels, spirits, entities, the divine, whatever, the universe, alignment with the universe. Yes, I believe in the existence of angels. You know why? Because I have sat down at my fucking kitchen table and spoke to them. I used to have a woman talk about me like I was Satan reincarnate. Like I was, and actually, Satan's pretty cool, if you ask me. You gotta take the religious, man-made dominance and separation the fuck out of it. That's not what this is about. That's not what this planet is doing anymore. We are past that shit. Okay? Past that shit. There's low vibration, there's high vibration. The universe, God consciousness, Christ consciousness, it's all one. Division, separation, religion, all of that shit that religion causes, all of that is man-made. Diagnosis is man-made. Our names are gibberish, man-made gibberish. We make these, create this, because it is human nature to crave structure. That's the only place it comes from. The universe, the planet, the entities, the beings, our higher selves that are trying to guide us through alignment through this life, they don't speak that language. That's human language that we created. Do you get what I'm saying? Does that make any sense? Angels and demons are together in one product. It's one, they work together. I'm sorry. I hate to crush anybody's belief system, and you can believe what you want to. And yes, there's like demons can harm. There's light and there's dark. There's positive and there's negative. How is a battery going to work without both those things? It's science. How? The tower is at the bottom of the deck. The tower is at the bottom of the deck. This is the worst Ten of Pentacles I've ever seen. Thank you, Carl Del Fuego. Or Carl. Ricardo Del Fuego. Huck Mercury retrograde. Why did I say Carl? Who's Carl? I'm picking up the name Carl for some reason. But yeah, Ten of Pentacles is like family. Okay? Family stability. Tangible material stability within a family. Money, a house. Just abundance as a family unit. Unit. You got me? This is like a toxic feminine energy of a family. Look, see the alcohol, see the money, see the handed over anger. She's got devil wings. She's got wings like the devil. The devil card in this deck looks like this, but it's the devil. This is a feminine energy that is selfish, stingy. It doesn't have to be. Feminine and masculine is not about gender. It could be a man. It could be a woman. It could be neither. It could be both. It could be what the fuck ever it needs to be that resonates with you. The point is, this is somebody or something. This is toxic patterns within a family dynamic, or what used to be a family dynamic, maybe. It could be an ex-wife. It could be a mother. It could be a sister. It could be an ex-husband. It could be a brother. It could be a dad. It could be a grandma. An aunt. I'm picking up an aunt. Somebody's aunt. Right? Like this, it's like from the perspective of, I've got nothing going in front of me except for someone trying to control me and take my money, which I don't have much of, and my toxicities, my addictions, the things that give me quick false serotonin. And then eventually your brain becomes immune to the shit, and you have to do it more and more and more to get the serotonin. to release, and then you're hooked and addicted, and you're not getting but half a split second of serotonin from the shit, so you have to keep it constant and constant and constant, and then it's not doing it anymore, and then you forget the reason as to why you even got hooked on this in the first place, and you're just hooked on it, and it's not even giving you serotonin or dopamine or endorphins or anything anymore. You're just sitting there like, the fuck happened? Because you didn't break the toxic pattern and realize it. So what you have to do is detox. That's the whole, you have to treat yourself like, I'm sorry, like, it's just, there's no judgment, and it's all of us have our own demons and our own shit. Okay? It's to teach us and help us grow and help us use those experiences to help others. And you have to detox. You have to stop scrolling on your phone and getting that quick fix every 0.3 seconds. Start watching longer videos. That's a good example. Start watching longer videos that have more to say, and that puts you on a different frequency. What did I say last night about sitting in the car with a bunch of people listening to the same shitty radio station? And it's got you all on this shitty frequency on the shitty radio station. Change the radio station or get the fuck out of the car. Right? Isn't that what I said last night? Sweet. It's only 8:55. Body image issues. As I look over at the Empress and the Three of Swords underneath. Body image issues. It's all bullshit. The media, the lizard people will have you believe that you have to look a certain way, act a certain way, talk a certain way, be a certain way to be good enough. Especially with men and women both. Like, I'm not going to say especially with women. I just have more experience with that particular issue. Men deal with it too. I'm not gonna make it about gender and sexism and shit. Everybody deals with it. The LGBTQ community, people of color and different races. All of us, right? Women, men, all of us. We have a standard that is set for us. And it's like you have to reach that standard to have worth. Says who? Them? Who? Who's them? Are they paying your bills? Are they giving you orgasms? Are they feeding you food? And even so, they are doing those things, and them still trying to fit you into a mold that's not you. Bye-bye. Go find somebody else to fuck you and feed you. Go within and hold accountability and change toxicities and do shadow work and improve yourself. Always work on growth. Always work on self-improvement. Always. But there's a difference between that and not living in your authenticity because you're worried about the opinions of somebody else or somebody else thinking that you're good enough or being good enough to society, etc. We live in a world of everybody needs to Photoshop their pictures. and hide their, I used to Photoshop and fix my eyebrows and fix the scar on my chin. I hate the scar on my chin. I'd hide my chipped tooth. I used to always have to wear push-up bras, ridiculous, stupid push-up bras, instead of just letting my titties be. I don't even wear bras anymore. I don't give a damn. It's not comfortable. I don't like it, and I don't want to. Don't look. Control your own eyes. How hard is that? Control yourself. Have some dignity. Have some standards. How about you fucking fit the mold? That's how you need to start approaching people that make you feel this way. That's the attitude you need to start having and need to find balance with. I struggled with it for a really long time. I had issues with being hateful. I had issues with being insecure. I was suicidal AF for a long motherfucking time. I couldn't die. I couldn't die. And it's because I wasn't fucking supposed to. They gave me chance after chance after chance to figure this shit out. They were not going to let me give up. It's just all there is to it. Ooh. And those who are also suicidal or who have been, because I pick up on spirit energy, also people who were successful. It does not mean that they didn't have a purpose. It does not mean that they were not supposed to carry on. First rule of thermodynamics is energy cannot be created nor destroyed. We are an energy. All they did was leave the vessel they were in. They didn't want to be in the vessel they were in anymore, so they left it and went somewhere else. That energy doesn't die. It transmutes, it shifts, it changes, it forms into something else. I know how shitty it is for people to be, everything happens for a reason when talking about horrible traumatic things or whatever. But as hard as that is to hear, and as hard as that is to process, it's true. You just have to find the reason. What was it supposed to teach you? Where was it supposed to put you in your life? Where was it supposed to trigger you into a specific growth and a specific what it is that you were here for that the universe needs from you, where the universe wants you. Cannot have dark without the light. You cannot have light without the dark. You cannot shine a light without darkness. It has to have, there has to be darkness for the light to illuminate. Otherwise, the light is worthless. You understand? Those people who, think about it like when you live on the side of the world where it's dark. It's nighttime all the time. 24/7. They get what is it? My friend from Alaska says we maybe got 5 hours of sunlight today. Or we maybe got 5 hours of sunlight recently. And then that was it. Fuck. Does that not sound terrible? But what if it were daylight and sunny outside 24/7? We never had darkness. We never had nighttime. It was just daytime all the time. The sun was always out 24/7. It's not normal. That's not healthy. That's not the cycle. Is this the King of Wands? Who is this King of Wands I'm picking up on? It doesn't have to be a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. It can be. But it's King of Wands, embodiment of King of Wands energy coming through. The Emperor came through again. The King of Wands is a very constant for these readings I've been doing lately. Please go back and watch the reading that I did last night if you haven't already. King of Swords. Are you shitting my dick? Look at that ego death. Look at that ego death and that King of Swords. The King of Swords is so cold and removed and over logical. And he can be kind of cruel. He's kind of an emotionless dick, the King of Swords. But look at him in this. He's defeating that shit, isn't he? Ego death is what this is. The King of Swords has taken his sword and stabbed himself with it instead of holding it up to block everybody out. So he can death and rebirth Pluto energy. There's the Wheel of Fortune, that little hamster spinning around I was talking about, and the Fool card, which is a brand new beginning. The Wheel of Fortune is the karmic cycle. It's the way the wheel turns. And you can turn the wheel forwards, and you can turn the wheel backwards. It's free will, your choice. Ace of Swords. Queen of Wands and King of Swords. Again, King of Swords again. I went to shuffle and they all just fell out. Ace of Swords was coming out last night heavily too. A truth, a clarity. Truth, clarity. Straightforward communication. I'm trying to get the camera to focus. The Queen of Wands. I'm going to have to pull a clarifier on this Queen of Wands and King of Swords. I keep hearing telling the truth about something. The wind feels nice. And then my stomach starts growling right in the middle of it. I'm trying to listen to birds and listen to the wind and enjoy nature and talk to my spirit guides. And then my stomach has to go. Blah, 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 blah. It's part of who I am. This is what happens sometimes. And sometimes I'll hiccup. It'll make me hiccup. It gets really frustrating. It's just always been a thing. My guts are loud. They make loud, grumbly noises. I remember this one time in high school. I was sitting in my seat and it was really quiet. And like everybody was just kind of doing their thing, softly talking amongst themselves, doing work, doing stuff, whatever. And my friend was sitting behind, a friend of mine was sitting behind me, and we were sitting there just going on about our business. My back was turned to him. And all of a sudden, in the silence, my stomach starts going. Like, it was fucking terrible. No shame. I just turned around really fast and looked at my friend behind me and went, "Did you hear that?" Like, I'm sorry, it was a whole thing, but it was really funny. There's like this energy of stop being ashamed of yourself. Stop being embarrassed of yourself. Just be yourself. If you can't feel comfortable just being yourself and being authentic around somebody, you don't need to be around that person. That's all there is to it. There is somebody who is trying way too damn hard to not live in their authenticity. They are trying way too fucking hard to control everything, overthink everything. They are leading themselves into such hatefulness and ridiculousness that they are not a person that anybody can feel safe being around. And you got to get the fuck away from it. It's that simple. I don't give a shit if it's your mama. I don't give a shit if it's your husband. I don't give a shit who it is. They are draining the fucking life out of you. Stop letting them. If they don't want to accept you and love you for who you are and how you are, and they don't have interest in getting to know you for you, but they would rather you be what they expect you to be, but then you turn around and you're not allowed to have expectations of them. Bye. See ya. Fool card. Go on. Pack your bags. Pack your bag. Go on. Keep a walking. They go one way, you go the other. Justice and the wheel of fortune. Justice and the wheel of fortune. What is this Queen of Wands? This Queen of Wands and this King of Swords. The Ace of Swords here. Because the Queen of Wands can be taken in many different ways, many different forms. That's it, just the two. The Sun is at the bottom of the deck. Happiest card in the deck. Four of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles. Now look at these pictures. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving card in the deck. Devil energy, stinginess. All they see and talk about or think about is money or their own pentacles, their own materialized needs, their own shit. That's what this is. Like, this is slow movement to no movement at all. And selfishness. Needing an ego death. Greediness. A selfish action was taken on someone's part. Taking, that might be something that happens later for some of you. A selfish action. A very fast, like the Queen, while the Queen and King of Swords are over logical, the King and Queen of Wands just go. They just act without thinking. The Knight of Pentacles with it, though. That's because no coming forward to give truth and clarity to the situation. But there's this ego death here. Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles usually represents patience, but I see in this picture impatience. What was it that I said that the spirits call me 7, right? This looks like a phoenix that says 7. So, like someone trying to help you. Someone who is trying to, I'm not just discussing about myself. It's just that that's how they read it. Like, what do you do? What are you doing? What is it that, you know, if you look at this and think of it as you, to help you with the metaphor. Someone trying to help, someone coming to help, someone coming in, a phoenix rising from the ashes and using their newfound power to help others. But this person lost their wings due to impatience, rushing after these pentacles and leaping. And now they lost their wings. They can't fly. They're going to fall into this big ass fire pit. And they, just so they could catch these pentacles from this phoenix that can fly, that rose from the ashes and did their work and is coming to spread their knowledge of these pentacles for others. And this person, this energy vampire right here, with impatience, tries to hog it all for themselves instead of waiting patiently. Does that make sense? 7 of Pentacles represents patience, harvesting your bounty, your fruits, collecting your pentacles, what you've worked for. You planted your seeds, you waited patiently for them to grow, and now it's time to harvest the fruit. But this is like leaping before the fruit is ready. The Hermit mode is here with the Fool card, going within. Remember the vegan talk that we had, solitude, going within, looking at yourself. You cannot force someone. You cannot force someone to accept your love. You cannot force someone to accept you. You cannot force someone to understand you. You cannot force someone to communicate with you. If they're not doing their part, by all means, just let them go. I know it's hard. The more you chase, the less you attract. You do not chase, you attract. It fell out the side. It fell out the side. You guys want to give me some clarity? It's devil energy. It's toxicity. It's addiction. This person's... End it. Stop it. There's that 10 of Swords again. It went flying out. It's the same card as earlier. There are 75, or is it 78? Where's one of my boxes? Ugh. Oh, I'm sorry, Ace. I'm so sorry. 78. That's what it was. 78 cards in these decks. And you're going to tell me that it ain't legit when the same card keeps coming out over and over again to relate to what I'm talking to? Or talking about, who I'm talking to and what I'm talking about. End it. End this devil energy. End these toxic patterns. Stop hanging on. It releases, there is an energy of, God damn, and it hurts. 9 of Pentacles is self-stability. Stability in your single self, in your solitude, in your hermit mode, in your own vegan starseed energy. Going within and healing all of this shit, right? the pentacles that you chased, that they chased, that they took advantage of. I'm hearing a lot of different messages. It hurts to detox an addiction. But damn, does it feel good when you succeed? There's nothing like it. Something about this person's attention releases the serotonin, dopamine, and endorphins in your brain. You feel like you've gained their approval, or you hear from them, and it releases those chemicals, and you get excited, and you feel rewarded, and you feel like, but it's all false fixation hook on something outside of yourself. And you need to go within and learn how to give yourself those feelings by yourself on your own. Instead of turning to another person, drugs, alcohol, social media, just toxic behaviors, sex addictions, pornography addictions, there's things like addiction to gaming, addiction to, like, it doesn't have to be, you have to understand that it doesn't have to be something bad to be addicted to it in a negative way. All right. Video games. I love the fuck out of video games. I will play the shit out of some video games. Love it. Have such a good time. It helps me escape. It releases the serotonin and the endorphins and the shit in my brain, and it's great. But when a person is sitting there doing nothing else but that all the fucking time, and they're ignoring everyone around them, and psychologically and mentally neglecting, and it's abuse to themselves and the people around them, because they don't want to do anything but sit there on a video game platform. That's when it becomes a negative addiction, right? Doesn't mean that video games are bad. It's the addiction to them that is bad and needs to be healed. Make sense? So it's the same thing in all aspects. People, places, things of all kinds. The Empress is here. The Empress is here again. The Empress is here twice. Take it as you see fit. Oh, there's the Queen of Swords. It's both masculine and feminine energies. Being King and Queen of Swords energy. The Queen of Swords in this deck is fighting off, I put her back, but I probably shouldn't have, but she's fighting off demons. She's holding up her two swords and fighting off these really big demons with a blindfold on. While the demon that the King of Swords is fighting is himself. That's how feminine and masculine energy works. And we all have it within us. We all have a yin. We all have a yang. The feminine fights for her environment. And she fights off the demons external to her. The masculine battles the demons within himself. The demons are within. Does that make sense? And we all have yin and yang. So when you're in your masculine, you're fighting within. When you're in your feminine, you're fighting externally. Does that make sense? And when the masculine is not balanced and not in alignment and not in his divine masculine energy, he is fighting externally, and it does not work. He starts taking all of those internal demons out on everybody else outside of him. Unbalanced, unhealed feminine energy won't fight the external demons. She's too focused on what's within herself, and she's looking at herself thinking that she is unworthy and unable to fight these demons. Therefore, the demons take over. The darkness takes over. Does that make sense at all? I hope that that makes sense. Because the feminine nurtures, she provides, like in a nurturing, loving sense. Motherhood. But there's this Three of Swords here, like not being in your feminine power, or having to overcome that Three of Swords, that heartache, that pain, that sorrow with that feminine power, moving forward on the Chariot. They don't want me to use the Tarot del Fuego anymore? Is that what you're saying? One more. Ow, my toe just started hurting. What? Ow, I felt a sharp pinch in my big toe on my left foot. Whatever that means. The Knight of... And it's the Knight of Cups that came out. Okay, let me explain why that's weird. Knight of Cups is like, get on your white horse and go and move forward, right? Movement forward with passion. And like the Knight of Cups is like, he's Prince Charming, or he's riding in on his horse, moving forward with this love and this emotion. Do you remember the beaver blocking off all of the water? So my foot on my left foot started, my left foot started hurting. Just my big toe. So it's like tiny steps, because we had the Knight of Pentacles. It's like tiny steps forward. I need to get my other, I know what deck they want me to get. I just need to find it. I think it's in the kitchen. 2 seconds. All right, so this big motherfucker. This big old motherfucker. This is a big ass deck of cards. They are gaming cards called Jihad. I don't know how to pronounce it. Jihad. I don't know. Please help me if you understand. I've never experienced or seen anybody who actually plays this or uses these, like the game or anything. They're like Magic the Gathering cards, but different. Okay, I've explained them in my other videos before, but I'll explain them here too. But a friend of mine had found these in his attic, and he was like, you like weird shit like this, right? Because I collect weird stuff. Like, I collect Magic cards, I've got Pokemon cards, I've got Yu-Gi-Oh cards, I've got all kinds of nerdy stuff. I collect weird trinkets and weird things. I find old keys, I keep feathers, witchy stuff, rocks, sticks. I decorate my house with sticks that I found outside. Like, you get what I say? And he found these, and he's like, you know, do you want these? Because this is something you would totally have. And I was like, fuck yes. Well, I ended up starting to use them as oracle cards. Like, I was called to use them to communicate with spirit. And some of them have duplicates. Okay? But not very many. Each one, for the most part, is pretty different, but some of them have, there's a few with duplicates. Um, and those duplicates will come out in a way that is kind of weird it can't be explained. It can't be explained because look how thick this deck is. Look how many cards are in here. Do you see this? Do you see this? That's a lot of cards. That's a lot of cards, okay? And yet duplicates will come out when I'm shuffling like a mad woman. And they'll fly out. And it'll be the same two cards. Like I'll be shuffling, a card will fall out. And I'm shuffling, and a card will fall out. And I shuffle, and then a card will fall out. And they fall out in like separate points in time, at a distance from each other or far away from each other while I'm shuffling, or in multiple different shuffles. And then the same card will come out 2 or 3 times. And it's like, okay? So that's because it's the message. But they want me to use these. So I'm going to show you definitely how I shuffle these. Look, here's one half of the deck. I've gotten very good at shuffling. Definitely compared to how I used to shuffle when I first started doing tarot, okay? Definitely. So I shuffle this one side, and then I get the second side, and I shuffle it. And I shuffle it. Then I split it. And I take the other one, and I split it. And I shuffle those two packs together. And then I take the other two and shuffle those. Then I do it one more time. I took both, these are both halves full on. It's a little more difficult, but because it's like thick. All right. Good and shuffle. Now, let's see what we get. Let's see what they say. I'm already hearing from when I broke my tooth this morning, too. I re-broke my tooth. Deal with the devil. The energy of saying something you can't take back. The teeth, people who have dreams about their teeth breaking and cracking and falling out and stuff. That's a typical dream that people usually have. Psychologically, your brain, your subconscious, and your higher self is trying to tell you that either you need to open the gates of your mouth. The teeth are considered the gate of your mouth, your throat chakra. You either need to open it up and speak because something is trying to burst through that you're not saying, or that you have let something come out of your mouth, said something that you cannot take back. And with that, I have dragon breath rounds. Okay? And deal with the devil. Elder library is like learning, taking in new information. It's Page of Swords energy. It's study, learning, realization, logic, the mind, with army of rats. So it's like realizing it's a big message of a community, being surrounded by a community that is not good for you. That is not good for you. And learning that, finding out that you are surrounded by rats, that you are surrounded by rats, and needing to speak up and deal with the devil. Deal with this devil energy, this negative energy. It's everything I've been talking about. Woo. Dread gaze is here. Like you dread doing this. You dread it. You're not looking forward to it. Or they dread hearing it from you. I knew it. I wish I would have said something. When I said I need to go grab these cards after my toe started hurting, remember when I was saying little steps, moving, nimble feet. Nimble feet. Carefully treading away, walking away from the sea. She's going downhill, which is a lot easier than going uphill. So it's like you went up the hill and now you're carefully going back down. But yeah, this is the exact card I saw in my head when I was talking about my toe hurting and the Knight of Cups coming out. Stuff's pulling up. Please go check me out on TikTok. My TikTok seems to be a lot of fun for everybody right now. So please go check it out if you haven't already. I have all of my information in my description box and stuff. But yeah, nimble feet. The pain in my toe, tiptoeing. We also have, I'm going to scream. I'm going to scream. I'm going to scream. I'm going to fucking scream. Would you please kiss my ass? Would you please? Drain essence. Draining essence. I'm going to look at this man blocking her mouth. What was I talking about? Our teeth and something coming out of your mouth? Talking, using your mouth words. Masculine energy coming out through the voice, through the saying something that needs to be said or saying something that can't be taken back. Whatever it is, it needs to be brought into balance. It is a communication error. It is a communication error. We have the Cauldron of Blood, which is like the Justice card. For me, this is like justice. Yeah, this is definitely a communication error. Communicating in your toxic masculinity. And it's a feminine energy that's doing it, but it's like the imbalance of masculine and feminine. Does that, or having your words blocked, like masculine energy blocking feminine energy from speaking her truth, or feminine energy being too much in her masculine energy when she speaks, probably because she can't feel safe in her feminine energy. That fight, flight, or fawn response, the fight response or the fawn response is what this is. Having the gate to your throat chakra, controlled by something or some other energy that's because he's walking out of her mouth like, what's up? What's up? It's confrontation. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. No one should have to fucking... If you... Justice... Fucking... Can't make it up. Didn't I say the cat's guidance card would come out too? Chariot. The chariot. Chariot. Cat's guidance. He was trying to go outside. He was trying to go out the window. However that resonates. Look at how that metaphorically resonates with you. So the chariot is getting in your vehicle and going. The motorcycle card here, hog. This is the chariot. This is the chariot. Travel was coming out. I don't know. I don't MFing know no more. I don't know what y'all are doing. I don't know what's going on with us no more. Holy crap. Oh, not the ooze card. That's toxicities and yucky, nasty stuff. This is my devil card for this deck. Yucky, nasty, hexus, devil, goo, ooze, negativity. Masquerade enforcement. This is a false sense of leadership. This is a false sense of intuition. Control, confusing your intuition with paranoia and control. This is like a false sense of stability, a false sense of help. Like I was talking about, like there's a difference between genuinely giving someone helpful advice and being inspirational or being helpful, and then there's also just being a hurtful dick that nobody wants to listen to or deal with because the way that you're talking to people is not helpful, but you don't want to try anything different. Not looking within is what this is. It's a false sense of stability. A false sense of manifestation. Someone is Solomon. This is like that Vegans card. This is like the Hermit card. Everything I've been talking about. This is just clarification. Political backlash. And Chainsaw, which is the Ace of Swords. Communicating and telling the truth about something. Somebody is keeping clarity in the truth. Somebody is not allowing themselves. They're not taking criticism well, and they're taking it out on everybody else. They're criticizing everyone else and saying, oh, well, you can't take criticism and you can't do this and you did this to yourself. This is gaslighting. After gaslighting, after gaslighting. Like somebody who cannot look within, somebody who goes around with this victim mentality and then covers it up with ego to protect themselves. Does that make any sense? So they go around acting like everybody else is the problem and never looking within or looking at their own behavior or changing their own behavior. They don't want to deal with anything outside of themselves. I'm sensing selfishness from this. But there's a clarity, a truth. The chainsaws cut that shit out. The Ace of Swords is cut that shit out. Reach clarity, reach truth, reach honesty. Even if it's harsh, even if it's cutting information. Facing that toxicity, that devil energy, that negative shit. Deal with the devil. This was like arguments, fighting, overthinking. Did Chainsaw come out twice? Or am I crazy? No, it just came out the one. Okay. Cauldron of Blood. Justice is what came out twice. The Justice card. Justice being brought to the situation. Cauldron of Blood can mean karma. Karma always adjusts and aligns and balances the situation, right? All depends on how the person wants to manage that karma. Think of it like a bank account. Is in the, you got karma in the bank. Are you spending it? Are you using it? Are you building it? Are you equal give and take with it? Are you being fair with it? Are you managing it properly? Pay attention to how you manage your karma. Too much dark, too much negativity, too much light, too much positivity. All right, let's do some more. Are we doing these some more, or? I'm not going to go into any extreme. There's the Six of Pentacles for this, and there's Cat's guidance again. And there's no escape. No escape. Talked about it before. I've talked about it before. You cannot escape karma. You cannot escape karma. Lix talionis. Lix talionis. Sounds like a Harry Potter spell, but it means equal give and take. Eye for an eye. Six of Pentacles. This is the Six of Pentacles. No escape. You can't escape karmic payout. You can't. You cannot. This is not something I'm going to go into extreme details with, because it's a lot of different situations for a lot of different people. But Cat's guidance came out again. My cat trying to chariot movement. Police department. Something about the law, justice, the judicial system, money issue, courthouses, laws, police, all that stuff. Police department, justice, and then we also have, sorry, I gotta look through this. The stack of cards is over here. I gotta look through, some of it's right here, but I'm looking through the cards that fell out. Where did you go? Political backlash. You got to look within. You got to do your shadow work. You got to do your research, and you got to fucking act right if you want this to balance out. And you want this to work. You cannot escape karma. You cannot escape this, whatever it is. Like, someone who has done you wrong legally, that's what this is about. Too, with this, somebody who has done you wrong legally, justice-wise, an injustice in your life is going to come back around. They cannot escape karma. They cannot escape justice. If their karma is bad and it's in the wrong and they are doing that ish, It's gonna come back to close out the cycle and fix it. Hi, weed eater man. Mower man, weed eater man. I might move to the other windowsill because he's coming around this way and he's weed eating. I know he can see me sitting here like a crazy person. Oh, balls. What is this? Conditioning? Conditioning? Isn't this what I was talking about? Learning toxic patterns, being conditioned, being groomed, being taught to act a certain way, only knowing how to act a certain way because it's all you've ever known and you think it's normal. Normalizing abuse, normalizing toxic behaviors. I'm gonna move. Don't look at me. We need a man. Okay. Go away. I wish he would go over there. He's like right by my window. Go on, bro Cephas. Thank you for mowing my yard and weed eating. Now go on, bro Cephas. Oh, God. I guess all I have to do really to pause the live is this. Is it paused? No. That didn't work. I thought that it paused. It was pausing earlier. Nope, still going. I guess it doesn't. Does it pause when I do that? I don't fucking know. Anyway, is he gone? Did he go away to the other side? I think he's gone. Okay. Yeah, he down that way. All right, so I like this window better. Maybe. This one's different from my windows are two different windows. That's weird. Maybe I don't like this window better. Oh, God, there he goes. Okay, back to this side. We were prepared over here. We're not prepared over there. I'm sorry. I hope this is fun for you guys. It sure is fun for me. Kitten. There's a kitten. Oh, God. And he has that sweet little kitten smell. You know the sweet little kitten smell. There's puppy smell and kitten smell. He still has kitten smell. Look at him. He's so cute. Cat's guidance. This is Chariot. Chariot says, get in your fucking chariot and go. Apparently. You Knight of Cups. Okay. Oh my God. Chariot's like looking at him. Let me adjust myself here so I'm not sitting here looking like a goofball. Body image issues need to stop being a thing. I'm not going to look perfect 24/7. And you know what? That makes me perfect. King of fucking Wands again. What is happening? Prepare in advance. Better opt for cremation. Fire energy. Ego. Ego coming back to bite you in the ass. And I'm not, when I know that I keep saying you, but I don't technically mean the viewer. It does not have to be the person who is watching. It can be whoever you're dealing with. The person who is watching, it can be they are dealing with someone that is this. You might be dealing with a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy that is a prick. Somebody that is like, their masculine energy is toxic, is being toxic, controlling, aggressive, making you feel shitty. And you got to stop putting up with it. No! I just dropped them everywhere in the floor. Everywhere! Balls! Hey, there's Meow. I've been looking for you. He fell behind the bed. All my cards fell. Am I not supposed to be reading these? Or were you trying to tell me something? These are a lot of cards that fell. I'm not reading all this. Wow, that's a lot of words. Too bad I'm not reading them. Okay. That's how I felt this morning, too. That is a message that came through this morning. Maybe this person has a lot to say, to you, and they're like going on and on and on with their toxic BS that you're just sick of hearing. You're just sick of it, sick of hearing it, and you're like, wow, that's a lot of words. Too bad I'm not reading them. Right? You have been bending over and kissing this person's ass for a really long time. Do not feel guilty. Chariot, are you trying to tell me something? Do not feel guilty finally, like being like, okay, fuck you. I'm not emptying my cup for you anymore. Right? You're not receiving the same amount of energy that you're putting out. Period. Point blank. There's a guilt wound. Isn't that what I said in the beginning? There's a guilt wound. You feel guilty. You feel guilty for removing your energy from the situation. You feel like you're doing something wrong. That's because you've been gaslit and conditioned into thinking that you owe this person something. That you owe this person something. After you've already given and given and given and given and given so much. Right? And yeah, maybe they have done things for you back and they have given back to you in return and they have tried and they have done this and this and this. But they're, what it's called is breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbing you. While you're giving and giving and giving extravagantly, the balance is unequal. I see the Two of Pentacles, but it's imbalanced. There's not a balanced, equal give and take there. You're giving more than you're receiving. Or vice versa. Take it as it resonates. Okay? Like you've been going all out to do for this person, to help this person, to love this person, to giving this person money, giving this person time, patience, attention, while they do what? Give a little bit back here and there, and then always have a reason not to do more, not to give more, not to want more, not to balance, not to, and most of the time, they're not even allowing themselves, from what I can tell, what I can feel. Am I right about this before I say this out loud? Four of Cups. Yes. Oh my God. You cannot make it up. Fuel is a priority. Gas up before you go. Go. Four of Cups is not seeing or receiving the blessing that's been handed to you. The Four of Cups originally in the other tarot decks. Let me see. Let me see if it comes out again. Spirit, show me. Show me the Four of Cups, please. Just to clarify, I want to show the picture. The picture is necessary. It's a visual aid. The picture on the tarot card, because this has just got fuel is a priority. Gas up before you go. Go. Gas up before you go. Travel, movement, the Chariot, the travel card that came out of this stuff. Ace or Chariot, would you stop? This is my kitty cat. Four of Cups, please. Can I see the Four of Cups? Please don't have me out here looking stupid. There's the Emperor again. Please don't have me out here looking stupid. The world is travel. The world is movement. The world is travel and movement. Gas up before you go. I'm not flipping it open to the Four of Cups anywhere. It's not showing itself. If it doesn't come out, it's fine. Sometimes I can't ask them to do things for me in ego. And it's not to be an ego. I just thought it would be cool for me to be like, hey, Spirit, show me the... Why does that happen? Now it's a... Fucking kiss my ass. Are you... Oh, can I change the filter while it's live? Bruh. My cat just figured out how to change the filter on my live stream. Balls! I'm sorry. Anyway, I said, I was talking about show me the Four of Cups, show me the Four of Cups. I hope that you guys can see it that way on the live, but I don't think it works that way. It automatically like reset and like did the little buffering wheel and then shot back up and said, you're live. But the minutes on the live up here at the top reset to 444. I shit you not. It says 543, 544 right now. Time me if you want to. Look at it. 552, 553, 554, 555. So look at that and how long back that I said, holy shit, that happened. It said 4, it reset and started, it said 4, I think it started at 2, 442, 443, 444. Chariot's looking at me like, that was wild. But if the Four of Cups, I just thought it'd be cool if I'm like, hey, Spirit, can I see the Four of Cups? Can you pull out the Four of Cups for me? And then they do it. Like, it's not to be out of ego. It's just, I love it when they do that shit. Why? Phew, bless me. Why? Phew, bless me. Why? Why y'all gotta do this? Like, ah! 2 sneezes. A 2 is half of 4. Numerology. Look into it, my dudes. Can I make this go away? There we go. I don't want to change the filter, but now I know for future reference that I can. There's a 4 coming out. 4 of Wands. Commitment, marriage, partnership, twin flame. 1111. There's that 10 of Pentacles from earlier, except this is the nice 10 of Pentacles, not the scary one with the devil lady. Chariot. My Lord. Four of Cups. I want to get back on the subject of the Four of Cups. Page of Pentacles is an apology. Ace of Wands is inspiration to a new beginning. It landed over here on the World card. Movement. Forward. Queen of Cups. Unconditional love. Energy. Unconditional love and nurturing and emotion. Feminine energy. Page of Pentacles being an apology. A message of truth. Of tangible existence. I just want to show them the Four of Cups without having to like dig through the deck. I wanted it to be something cool. I'm not trying to do it out of ego. I guess I shouldn't use you guys like a circus show, right? Bet you'll do that. Bet you'll do that for me. King and Queen of Cups. Communication, love, emotions. Partnership. A match. Soulmates. Balance between, and it doesn't have to be you and another person or two separate people. It can be balance between the feminine and masculine emotion. Balance between feminine, yin and yang. Feminine and masculine feelings and emotions. That's what they did. I asked, and I shall receive, with the High Priestess at the bottom, which is intuition, guidance. It can also be the High Priestess doesn't speak. Maybe someone needs to just not speak and listen. Don't speak, just listen. Approach a situation with unconditional love and just listen. That could be for someone. Ten of Cups. This is the King and Queen of Cups. Reaching family. Final destination. I've been seeing, it's really fucked up, but I've been seeing that movie pop up a lot, like an omen, and it's kind of scary, but I don't think it's meant to mean anything bad. It's like death and rebirth kind of thing. I do not know why it's got to be, but I've been hearing Final Destination a lot. But this is the 10. It's completion. It's family. See, the King and Queen of Cups have their family, their love, their stability. All 10 cups are full. Queen of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. Again. The Chariot. The Chariot. Knight of Pentacles is slowest moving. He's the slowest moving knight in the deck. But it's because he's so strategic and planning, and he's like, he has to come up with a full-on ready, set plan before he moves, before he goes. He's strategizing and planning and thinking. But we have the Queen of Pentacles here too. We have a knight approaching a queen with this pentacle. Didn't I say I saw the Two of Pentacles? There being an imbalance. Here it sits with the Lovers. So whatever all of this ish means for you, however all this ish resonates for you. But the Four of Cups. Fuel is a priority. Gas up before you go. It is an image of somebody not seeing, not accepting a gift that is being brought to them, not being appreciated, because they're too busy looking at the 3 cups that are spilled over. Okay? A 3 of Cups reverse situation. It can be a love triangle. I kept pulling love triangle in my reading last night. It can be a love triangle, like somebody who had a bad experience getting cheated on, for example, or just having their trust betrayed somehow by an outside third party. Okay? And they're too busy looking, or a community that fell apart, a friendship that ended, a bad choice with drinking, a negative choice with any type of third party situation, like 1, 2, 3 energy. And it's like too busy looking at those 3 cups spilled over with regret and guilt and pain. And you're too busy looking at that to see the 4th cup, which is a fucking angel coming out of a cloud, giving you a blessing, giving you this cup. And you're too busy looking at the 3 cups spilled over to see it. Not seeing what I was talking about, where you give and give and give and give and give to this person, where someone is giving to this person. That person's not even receiving it, accepting it, taking it in. They don't even process it or appreciate it or understand it, because they're too busy staring at the bullshit. They're too busy looking at bullshit, being in a negative 3 of cups in reverse situation. And they're too busy looking at that and dealing with that to see everything that is being done for them, everything that is being given to them, all the energy that is being drained to help them. They're not even receiving or accepting it. You're pouring your cup out into a bowl that has holes in the bottom of it. Stop. Let them figure it out for themselves. When you stop giving them that energy, that is when they'll notice it. We don't know what we got till it's gone. As long as they keep having you and your energy and your help on the back burner, on the sidelines forever, they don't feel the need to have to do anything in return for you, because you're just always going to be there. And they know that. You're just always going to come back. And they know that. You're just always going to accept it and deal with it and let it happen and let it go on. And they know that. So they're going to keep doing it. Whether they see it or not. Whether it's malicious intent or not. That's what they're doing to you. Do you understand? It doesn't have to be malicious. It doesn't have to be intentionally to hurt you. I also pulled, remember, watch that reading I did last night. I pulled good intentions. Good intentions. But it doesn't matter. If the language is not being received, not being heard, not being understood, you're just hit and miss, hit and miss, hit and miss all the time. And it doesn't get anybody any fucking where. Communication is key. Truly, it is. Not arguing, not acting like a dick, not being in your ego. Communication. Dropping your guard, taking your walls down, and using your linguistics knowledge, your fucking mouth words to talk and communicate, and using your ears to listen. You have to listen to each other. You have to communicate with each other. You have to understand each other, and you have to figure out being on the same page. You have to understand and process how you are making someone else outside of you feel if you want to have a relationship or a connection with that person. And relationship doesn't have to mean love relationship. Like, it can be your sibling. Like I said earlier, I'm picking up an energy of somebody having these complications with a sibling, family members, spouses, partners, whatever it may be, however it resonates. You cannot have a healthy connection with this person without proper listening and proper communication. If you cannot communicate with this person, if they cannot listen to you when you communicate, and if they cannot have this conversation with you without getting hateful, insulting, rude, frustrated, and into a spiral, then don't fucking speak to them. Let them figure it out for themselves, and you go find peace on your own within yourself. Closure does not require them. You can find your own closure. Trust me, I've done it 1,000 fucking times. More than that. We find a way to survive. 1733, as my phone goes off too. 1013, 1013. You will naturally, survival instinct, processing things properly for your highest good. Now, you will instinctively find closure on your own. I have found closure over many, many things. Many people in this world who have walked on me, mistreated me, done terrible things to me, and I never got an apology. I never got closure. I never got understanding. Nothing. I've been in the situation where I've just straight up been ghosted. My husband just ran off and disappeared after abusing me and beating me and raping me for years, and gaslighting me and flooding my existence with his narcissism, his malignant fucking narcissism. And yes, I still get angry. But that doesn't mean I haven't learned acceptance, because I also understand, I've gone through enough to process and understand why people do these things, why people act this way. Hurt people. You start to understand, you have all of this psychology and neurology and spirituality at your fingertips, and you start to understand why people are the way they are. You start to empathize and sympathize with their hatefulness and their meanness and their cruelty and their toxicities, because you understand. But then you also have to find a place of boundaries where you're like, no, fuck you. I understand why you're doing this, but that doesn't excuse it, and it doesn't make it right. Look within and heal like the rest of us have fucking had to. You get what I'm saying? You don't get to come into my force field and fuck with my energy and drain my energy just because you don't want to look at yourself in the mirror. You get what I'm saying? I just felt something touch my shoulder. There's comfort being sent. Find your own closure. Being ghosted. Being outright just ghosted by somebody that you love and care about, and they just abandon you. They just disappear. They act like they don't give two shits if they ever speak to you again. And that kind of shit hurts. And then you crave closure. You crave understanding. You start to go through the process of, oh my God, what's wrong with me? Oh my God, what did I do? Oh my God, why are they treating me this way? What's wrong with me? When really you need to look at it and go, what's wrong with them that they would do this to somebody? And not have the ability to process and understand that it's wrong and that it's hurtful and that it's not how you handle shit. Now, there's a difference between ghosting and setting a boundary, cutting somebody off to protect yourself. There's a difference. Know the difference. But you find closure on your own when you start to realize what is within that other person. 2112 mirroring on the thing. What a damn good way to close this out. What a damn good way to close this out. Are you serious? Death and rebirth. The Death card, Pluto, and the Lovers. Death and rebirth. Death and rebirth. There's the Knight of Cups again. What a beautiful way to close this out. Anything else you guys want me to say or do before I end it? End the reading? You can get in touch with me for private consultations, personalized readings, personal, all of it. Just chit chats for therapy, healing, working through shit, whatever you want. Like, I read tarot. I do spirit box sessions. Spirit box sessions are 100% free. They're 100% free. If you ever want to, like, if you want to get a private reading and you're like, hey, listen, let's fuck around with the spirit box in my reading too. Hell yeah, I'll make time and there's no extra charge. If you don't want a private reading and you just want to play with the spirit box with me, let me know. I do it for free. Okay, no charge. You may or may not get some cool stuff that comes through. It's just, it's fun to do. And it's a wonderful experience when you do actually connect to the other side with that thing. I do it a lot. And then I do all kinds of stuff. I have links. All my links and stuff are in my bio and description boxes, etc., where you can find me. You can get in touch with me for a private reading. You can message me on Facebook, Instagram, my business page, TikTok. I think you can message me on TikTok. I don't know. I don't think you can message people unless you're like friends on TikTok. But Instagram, Facebook, here on YouTube, my business page, my Patreon, everything. I got everything going on. Okay. You can subscribe to my Patreon. It's pretty cheap. I post spicy pictures, body positivity and modeling and spicy pictures and like self-love type stuff. I post extra readings, extra content, extra omens that come through and messages that come through get posted on my Patreon. You can have access to anything and everything except the spicy pictures. You have to pay the highest tier, which is not very much for the pictures, but the rest of it is the cheaper tiers, and you get free readings and stuff with it. Like, you don't have to pay the full. So I also want to explain, when you see the consultations and stuff, I do 1 hour plus readings, private readings for people, personal readings for people that go into extreme detail. Sometimes they're longer than an hour long. I'm going to be honest. You see how long my videos go on for. But my private readings and my personal consultations are very, very, like, I do them at night during the witching hour. I do them in like a whole different setting. It's a whole different, very deep, very intense experience, a connection energetically. You don't even have to tell me anything about yourself. You don't have to you can if you want to, but sometimes it'll muddy up the reading if you do. So I prefer people not to say anything to me, and just let me read for them and let them see for themselves what comes out in a personalized private reading. Because when it's personalized and private, I can interact with you, just my energy and just your energy, and no collective energy interfering. So I can pick up on everything going on with you. Okay? You don't even have to tell me anything. The first time reading, the price is up there on my webpage. You pay for a reading, you get your 1 hour, 2 hour, however long the divine say. I put 1 hour plus because it will be at least an hour long, no shorter than that. You pay for that reading, you get that reading, you get a free extended. The extended will be just as long, if not longer, and it's free. Whenever you're ready, after you process and go through the first reading you pay for, you let me know. I'm ready for my extended. You get a free one. Also, every reading you get from me privately, personally, after that, you do not have to pay the full price. The price goes down for you after you buy one. Okay? So then you get private readings for like way 10 times cheaper than that first one from then on out, and one free extended. I also do, I do free readings. I'll do like little 20-minute, 30-minute, whatever readings for you for free. If needed, I will also do those little readings for a cheaper price. It just depends. I try to be fair and equal give and take with my energy. You get what I say? Not only charging for the stuff, not only helps me pay for life for me and my son, and take care of my family, but it also helps protect my energy from like energy vampires and people looking for free handouts and people who don't really want to do the work and they just want to fuck around. And, you know, like it keeps me safe and protected from toxicity and shit. But the Empress at the bottom of the deck. If you are ever interested, just look at my information and let me know, and I will help you out. Okay? I really think that's everything. They want me to do readings for TikTok, but I got a lot of other shit to do today too. So I'll have to do those later. But my readings on TikTok are also available. And you do see all kinds of fun paranormal stuff following me and watching me. You'll see orbs and shadows and entities. You'll hear them, see them, experience them in 3D like I do, because they show themselves through me and around me a lot. You'll see orbs flying around me while I read. You'll see shadows come around me while I read. You'll hear other voices like around as I read, all that fun stuff. So I just split the deck and it's the Chariot. A second ago when I split it and looked and said, I'll help you out, it was the Two of Swords in reverse. But it's gone. The Two of Swords in reverse means like ending a blockage. Something that's blocked that you can't see. It's like you're blindfolded and you're blocked off from being able to see it. Well, in reverse, that's being removed. You get what I'm saying? But I just didn't say anything. I didn't register it until just now when I split it and saw the Chariot. And apparently that's the theme of today. For some motherfucking reason. Anything else? Anything else before I go? Oh, okay. That was weird. One more from here. And a few more from here. Look, the Lovers. The Lovers. That's what we were closing out with a second ago. Before I got... Oh, yeah. Didn't we have the Queen of Pentacles earlier? Well, here's the motherfucking King. Somebody is in denial of their feelings. Somebody is in big fucking denial of their balance between yin and yang, or match with somebody else, or a counterpart situation, a love situation. They are in denial of, and there is nothing you can do about it. Let them be in denial. Go find someone who isn't too big of a coward to love. I'm sorry. I know that sounds harsh. And sometimes I'm a little harsh. Sometimes I'm a little negative. Sometimes I'm a little rough around the edges or a little unhinged in my messages. But my ancestors don't fucking play. My spirit team doesn't fucking play. They gave me this attitude for a reason. They gave me this attitude for a reason. It's how I've always been the type of person that will, I will write you a 10-page essay as to why you are an asshole. And it will be things that you cannot deny or ignore or look away from. You can if you want to, but way down deep inside, you're not going to be able to. I'm sorry. I used to have like this issue. I used to have a bad attitude and this issue of taking it too far or going at people that didn't deserve it, or like I fucked up. I'm human. I've done it before. But I also have the ability, I've been given the ability by my spirit team and my ancestors to call people out on their bullshit so they can fix it, so they can heal it. It's not to hurt them. It's not to speak badly of them and belittle them and put them down. It is to say, hey, this is out of alignment, and this is wrong, and this is not okay, and this is why it's out of alignment, and this is why it's wrong, and this is why it's not okay, and this is how you can fix that. Because I had to go through it too. All right? And there's other people that can do that have done that for me. And vice versa. It's equal give and take. It's how it works. Okay? So it's never to be hateful and mean or belittle anybody, it is to set the record straight. One thing that my ex-husband hated about me the most, and he did everything he could to take it away from me, to stop this about me, to change this about me, and he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. I argued with him and his negative behaviors until the day he disappeared. I would talk shit while he kicked me in the head. He'd be beating the dog shit out of me, punching me in the mouth, kicking me, throwing me in the wall, slamming my head on the ground, choking me out, getting up in my face and screaming at me and spitting on me until I pissed my pants. I didn't care. I would talk shit to my death. I would tell him, you are a narcissist, you are an abuser, and what you are doing is wrong, and what you are doing hurts people and makes people feel like shit, and this is why you are the way you are, and this is what's fucking wrong with you. And I would say it till I reached unconsciousness. And then when I woke up from unconsciousness, I'd get up and go find him and say it some fucking more. It might have just caused me to get more beatings. I don't care. It needed to be said. I just needed to find a balance and a proper way to do it, to go about it, to harness that power. Okay? So I don't ever do it to be a bitch. I don't ever do it to hurt people. I don't ever do it to... And if I do hurt somebody's feelings, I own up to it. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be hateful. I'm not trying to be a bitch. I'm not trying to take it too far. Let me try and rephrase my wording then. Let me try and take that back and change it and alter it. Sirens going off. Self-accountability. You know, like maybe I worded that in a way that could have been expressed better. I'm taking linguistics classes to help with my communication. I'm a Gemini. Okay? Say whatever bad shit you want about a Gemini. I don't give a damn. Somebody is in denial. Somebody is being a coward. A coward about their feelings. And in doing so, they are neglecting your needs. Neglecting your feelings. Because they're too big of a coward to deal with feelings, to deal with needs. They're too big of a coward to look within and look at what caused them this type of behavior, or what causes them pain to end up causing others pain. Right? Someone who ghosts you, someone who talks shitty about you or to you, someone who unleashes all of that cruelty that they've endured out on everyone else around them. Lizard brain, tyrannical. There ain't nothing you can do about it. The only person that can fix it is themselves. The first step to fixing a problem is admitting you have one. I have to do it every fucking day. We all do. They want one more from here, and then they want some from my gaming deck, and then I'm done. And we'll do more readings later. Follow me everywhere. Everywhere. That King of Swords again in the moon. The King of Swords. Everything I've been talking about, that cold remove, illuminating this energy. The moon illuminating this energy. There's no escape. There's no escape. There's no escape from karma. There's no escape from life lessons. There's no escape from the energy shifts in the world. The cycles you go through will keep coming back over and over and over and over again until you fix them. Definition of insanity. Keep repeating the same shit over and over again, expecting a different result. There's no avoiding having that illuminated. 4 of Wands, 11-11 confirmation. What is this sticking out? 8 of Swords. Yeah. Don't put up with that shit. Don't put up with that shit. That 8 of Swords energy, they're a coward, they're afraid, they're scared. That's what that is. That's fear. Self-imprisonment, hermit mode. Self-imprisonment of your own thoughts. That's what the 8 of Swords is. Self-imprisonment of your own thoughts. That King of Swords, that's what they're doing. And that's what it triggers you into doing to yourself if you don't stop putting up with it. All right. They want one from here. Oh, they want one from the Mystic Martian Oracle too. Last. They want some from here though. Oh my God. Fucking really? Dominate. Dominate. Look at that picture. Think of everything that I just talked about and look at that picture. And think of everything I just said and look at this. Really? Really? Political backlash, again. Movement of the slow body, Knight of Pentacles, again. Army of rats, again. And then we have bonding, the lovers, and haven uncovered. Safe haven uncovered. Finding their way out of the dark forest. Finding their way out of the dark forest. Bonding, the lovers card. Camarilla. I never noticed that it says Camarilla and not Carmilla. I thought it said Carmilla. Camarilla exemplary. This means class. Having class. Staying. Somebody. This is the Empress energy. This is the embodiment or High Priestess energy. This is the embodiment of somebody who has a lot of class, has a lot of couth, has a lot of patience, has a lot of beauty, has a lot of grace. She's funny, she's smart, she's exciting, she's unique. She is, and she doesn't even know it. She don't even realize all the time how great she is. Roseph done come over here with a leaf blower. Like right up in my shit. But it's not that she doesn't really know it. It's more like she's just humble about it. She's humble about it. Right? But she's very respected. She's thought very highly of. She's very Empress. Empress energy. Haven uncovered coming out again. Embody that Empress energy and stop putting up with bullshit. Stop emptying your cup. and fucking split the deck to travel, movement, long distance travel and excitement, fire element. Again, but it's know your worth. Know your worth. You are unable to see your worth when you are surrounded by an environment of people who try to block your light and shut off your light. It's jealousy, insecurity, self-hatred, not being able to understand that kind of shit because it was never normalized for them or it was never taught, and they don't take the initiative to learn it for themselves. So instead they would rather just dim your light than grow their own. Don't be around people that are like that. Divine feminine. Divine feminine energy. Empress. Last card. Air energy and fire energy. Solitude, independence, and peace. Solitude, independence, and peace. You get out of this negative community, this toxic environment, go into hermit mode or solitude or into an environment that is more suiting. Draw in and manifest your highest, your circle for your highest good. People on a higher frequency. Get out of that shitty fucking car with that shitty fucking radio station and those shitty fucking people. And get in a new car. Listen to a new radio station. Hang out with new people. Sit by yourself for a little while first, though. So you can align and gather and figure it out and think and go within. Solitude, independent, peace. Really, they want one more. Philosophy, releasing karma and mysticism. Philosophy, releasing karma and mysticism. Everything I talked about. Take it as it resonates. Philosophy, releasing karma and mysticism. Okay. That's enough, guys. I'm done. I gotta go do other stuff. But I hope you enjoyed. I hope this was fun. I hope that you enjoyed it. I split the deck and it said Galactic Federation. There it is. There they are. Alright. I'll pull more cards and do more stuff later. I have so many different decks and so much different stuff that we can do, I swear. Okay, so we'll just do more. I'll just keep doing this. I'm just going to focus on my content, building this and focus. Ah, my guts are squished. And my focus on this content, making this content and putting it out and doing readings and doing all this because it's fun and I hope you guys enjoy it. So check out my other stuff. Check out the links I have in my description box and all that good stuff. If anybody ever tries to personally reach out to you, that is obviously not me. Like, I will reach out to comments in my TikTok section to do private readings, but I will literally respond to those comments with a personal reading in a TikTok. All right, so it's obviously me like speaking to you from my TikTok account. If you get anything from anywhere that is not in my descriptions and in my personal sites, and it is somebody reaching out to you about a personal reading and shit, it is not me. Don't listen to that shit. It's fakes, okay? Delete, block if you feel guided to. Reach out to me yourself if you feel guided to, okay, if something like that happens. All right, guys, I'm out of here for real. I love your guts. I'm going to go finish this coffee.
Oh.
And I will see you next time. Love and light. Love your guts. Bye. Love your guts. Bye.